Okay, so good morning, good evening, and welcome back in today's class. Today we are on the day number 23 of our class. As per our records, we're on the day number 23. In last 20 days, I can say 22 days, we done a lot in service now. We are on the zero, including myself as well. I'm also considering myself as well. We are on the zero, and I'm definitely can say now that we are at least out of 10, we are near to 3 or 4 now. And rest 4 are remaining, which will be completed in the next 20-21 days. Okay. So yesterday we discussed about the service portal. We saw that how a request has been submitted, how a request approved, how the task has been generated. We tried to create our own service portal, sorry, not I'll say portal, our service catalog item, category, and we close the call there itself. I'm sure you guys got some idea now that how this catalog is working. And let me see that is anyone created any catalog or not, or category. Oh, nobody created. Let me go to the training.
Atul, yes,
Yes.
I have created a catalog, and before I adding that linking itself, I could see that in my portal. How can that be possible?
In your portal,
Yeah,
what is your portal URL? The last one, URL suffix.
SNU slash
SMU, right?
SNU.
NU. Okay, it's Sneha, right?
Yeah.
Wow, it's so much pinkish.
Is it pinkish? I think it is green and blue.
No problem. That's fine. Baby
So,
blue or baby pink.
so
See,
I could see my catalog,
which
and
one? Library.
yeah, and the category and its catalog item also, but I haven't linked that to my service portal.
Okay. Let's see this one. That white be appearing.
Atul, are you sharing the screen?
Oops. Sorry. Really sorry. Oh, we are missing the golden. So let me show you guys. When I say that it's pink, it's something like that. No problem. That's not good. That's fine, Sneha. It means you're doing some hands-on and you're making your portal a little more dirty. So you're saying you created a catalog called library. Let me go and check it. Let's go to the portals. SMU. Okay. Go here. See, there's no catalog is there.
Yeah, but still it is showing in my portal. Why?
That's surprising. Should not be the case actually. I'm surprised that why it's showing catalog as well because you nothing have mentioned catalog homepage. Either it's taking from the default page only SC category and bringing the things for us, but catalog should not be come. Let me. It's not coming from ECS. No, it is not coming from ECS as well. There should be something. There should be something actually. Need to be checked, Sneha, that why it's becoming like that. I'm sure that either it's be taking some pages here, the default pages. Let me check. Sneha, give me time. I'll check that why it's been doing this thing.
Okay, okay.
What I'm thinking, maybe it is picking up from the SC underscore category page only or the catalog page only. This page, and it's picking up from there directly.
Okay.
Okay, this can be a reason, but I'll check that part. Let me take a note on this thing. Where is my pen and paper? So now I have a sticky note with me. Service portal issue. Okay. So now let's proceed to the next part. Okay. I'll go back to my catalog only, service now, and I'll pick up this one. Let's go here, search for the maintain item, because now everything is going on the item only. And I'll pick up my item that is called, sorry, so Techno, this one. So a quick check on the things. If I click on this, order now, this thing, and all these things, let's quickly check on that part. I'll go here. Techno functional, copy and paste. If I want to add any image, I can add. Maybe you can do a little bit full screen if you want to put, or I can put image here. You want to put attachment, anything, or you have anything on the image library? If yes, then you can click on this library part. Let me say I want to add this only. Click on this and save. All length, width, you can do that part. Picture, icon and picture, we know that what is that. Pricing, let me change the pricing to $100. Reoccurring, yes, it will be reoccurring in the pounds, and I can say 80. Frequency is every 2 weeks. Portal settings, instead of order now I put in order. If I see now, you can see is order, right? I want to change this option. Let me go and click on the request. I want to hide these options and submit. Go here, reload this page. Number one, this has been come. This has been come. Image is coming. Request is coming, and we are getting this option here. So these are cosmetic changes. Nothing much to do that part, and nothing much to be tell there. The main point is that if I submit on this request, attachments are not added. Why? Because we mentioned that attachments are mandatory. So let me add any attachment here. And click on the request. And why it's becoming like that? Someone make a change, I guess, in this request. Now we have this one. Let me go and show you something. Now the thing is that if I go here and search in a global part, maybe it is my issue or something. Let me go back here only in our standard way. And I tell you one thing, whenever I upgrade my instance, one or two feature did not work in my instance very clearly. When I upgraded Room, I'm getting issue on the portal. When I upgraded on the Cubic, I was getting some issue in one of the workflow. And now on the San Diego, I'm facing issue on the this thing. So it's all about instance, nothing to be worried, Atul, what we are doing. So number one, it's showing as approved here. That's good. Scroll down and see the RITM. Requested item is there. Pricing is there every 2 weeks. And let's come here. I open this item. It's saying assess or scope task. Let's see any task is generated or not. We have 2 tasks. Now the question comes from where these things are coming. We did not configure anything. Agree? We did not configure anything. I did not do anything yesterday. Then what? Then from where these, sorry?
From the workflow.
Where is the workflow? We did not design anything on the workflow.
Yeah, there's one.
See, I did not cheat anything here. Let me go here and show you the maintain item. I did not create any kind of this thing, what I can say, workflow. We just edit these details, picture, pricing, portal. But you are on the right track, Bhumi, I can say. The thing is that if you go to the process engine, it is showing the execution plan. In early days of ServiceNow, if you want to do any work on the request, ServiceNow give us a flexibility called the execution plan. As the name indicate, as the English language indicate, execution means if you want to execute something, which is step by step or which can be parallel, right? That is the execution step. So now it means if you are creating any request item and you're not attaching anything on that, by default, the default execution plan will be added to that item. So even though if you go here, let me go here and click on the new and say my test, I put catalog as a training and I this thing as a ServiceNow training and save. Still you can see it is taking the default. But we are a human being. Execution plan are not in use now. Multiple reasons. Number one, in execution plan, you mainly work only on the task, no approvals. If you want to go for the approvals, you have to write the script. And dynamic things not happening properly, or what was not available. Okay, then what happened? ServiceNow introduced the workflow. Workflow overcome all this problem. Approval plus task with minimum code if required. Otherwise, it is all drag and drop. Now, in the latest one, ServiceNow has a flow. Good interface. One thing plus drag drop plus many more things. This we will discuss on Monday. Today we are going to be discussed on the workflow. So now let's see. Let's put one thing here. What we are going to be configure. We are going to be create a workflow for the catalog item called the yes kid.
When what year did they come up with a workflow instead of the execution plan? When did they abandon execution plan and start with the work?
So the thing is that nowadays nobody's using the execution plan. Everybody's using the workflow. As of now, we did not have any workflow created for our item, so we cannot do. So if I go here and put double history, I say, okay, use this workflow. But I'm not sure it will work or not because what code has been written, I have no idea. So let's create our own workflow now. Okay. And what we are going to do, we are going to create a workflow on the service techno functional.
Actually, I'm not sure you asked. That's what Ken is trying
Yeah.
to.
What happened? Tell me.
So what it's saying is the execution plan, is it deprecated? Like,
No, it is not deprecated. You can still create your execution plan, but it is not recommended to use.
okay, so workflow is newer, is a newer way of, you know.
Yes. And
then flow is much newer.
now yes, and now I'll say that instead of workflow, you should start learning the flow designer.
Oh, okay.
Because
so it's like an upgrade,
correct. Because now, specifically on the change management perspective, ServiceNow making a good changes in the change management application, and they're using the flow, not the workflow. That is the beauty of ServiceNow. They never depreciate the things very quickly. If you remember on the day 5 or day 6, when we are going ServiceNow navigation, I showed you UI 15 as well, right?
Yeah.
That was still, that is not deprecated till now.
Okay.
And ServiceNow clearly say that I have no plan to depreciate that.
So I think the next question will be, what version did they introduce workflow?
Workflow, I guess they introduced near about Fuji or Geneva somewhere, where they started this journey, and now they enhance it. This flow they introduce in the cubic or row.
Okay.
That is the thing. Okay. So
Thank
today
you.
we are no problem. No problem, Ken. That's fine. See, the question should be there so that because these things can be asked by the customer as well. I'm telling you, sometime I work with a customer who are good in the technical part, even though they're the business guy, but they're good in the technical part, and they ask each and everything, that what to do, how to do, when to do, what is the purpose, what is not the purpose. So we should know as a consultant. So now what outcome I am expecting here? We are going to create a workflow on the Techno functional, our catalog item. In this, we will add one approval, and we will create 2 or 3 tasks. This is what our expectation. Everybody who created his or her own catalog item, today this is a homework for you. At least create 5 or 6 different workflow with the multiple options. So now what I'll do, I'll go here and click on the workflow. And click on the workflow, not here, workflow editor, this one or some option, this one. Oops, what happened? Now it has been opened. So this is my workflow editor. Sorry, today power is going and coming. I'm using the second screen, so I'll not use the second screen now. Okay, so this is my workflow editor. So these are the already published workflows. Multiple you can see. You can see here as well. Okay. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create our own workflow. What is all this is, we will discuss now when we're creating our own workflow. Either I can click on the new here or I can go here. Let me go here only. Okay. What is the workflow name? because I'm using it on my catalog item. So let me put the my catalog item name here. Techno functional. Yesterday you asked a question, right? I guess it's Laura or Sarah put a question. Atul, we are not using any tables here, but now we are going to be using table here. Okay, so in this case we have three tables, if you remember, right? REQ, RITM, and SC task. This is called the SC underscore request table. Table name. This is called the SC underscore request underscore item. And this is called the SC underscore task table. Remember these three tables. Okay. The thing is that in the workflow, I'm not what I can say, doing any kind of a comparison or plus minus. No. In workflow, you have to be remember the tables. But in the flow designer, you no need to be remember the table. So that is the one biggest thing which ServiceNow give to us. So now it's saying that boss, you're creating this particular workflow on which table you want to attach it. When the approval should trigger, on which particular record? I said the approval should trigger on the RITM, which a user is submitting. Clear everyone till this point? Should not have any doubt in the mind now. Guys, tell me. Clear? Avi, Kunal, Titona, Deepika, Sneha, Kane, Sarah, Bhumi, Bigula, Veer.
Clear.
Good. So now here I'll go and try to write a name. SC underscore request underscore item. This one I'm talking. Which one? Or SC underscore item. Let me see what is the table name. Sometime I also missed out. Let me open any RITM record. Just to verify that part. What table name it is this? Requested items. SCREQ item. This is the table name. SCREQ underscore item. That I want to run my SLA on the item table. You can create your SLA, sorry, not SLA, you can create your workflow on the request as well. Now, this is a homework for you guys. Let me see who is available today. Ditona, take a note on this homework today. I am showing you on the request item. You need to create a workflow on the request table, not on the item table, at least. Okay, so I click on the item here. That was, so what I'm doing, I'm doing a binding of the workflow on the item table. See, still I did not bind this workflow on my request item in the process engine. If I go here, don't be confused. Very clearly, I'm telling you guys. It is an interesting topic, not a confusing topic. See, till now we did not bind our workflow on the item. So this is the last step we will do. Now what we did, we created a workflow and we are binding it and we are saying that this workflow should be run on the item level. That's fine, clear, done and dusted. Just the stages part is basically say that how this workflow should be driven actually. Okay, so it's basically we never make a change on this thing. It's say you want to follow some legacy system, some linear, some main flow. I have literally no idea on that part. We never touch as well. We never touch this part. we always say it's my item should be workflow driven. It means if I am writing something in my workflow, the thing should be done according to that only. Now I click on the submit. You remember in coding part, we say there are two things. If I want to use any function, first define the function. Here you say sum A and then you say enter A, enter B, sum is equal to A plus B. I am defining it. This is what I define my workflow. And now in this definition, I am going to be put a lot of things there. Till this point, anyone has any doubt, any issue, any clarification required? Don't feel shamed here that I'm asking a lot of questions nobody else is asking. If you have any doubt, any question, you can ask. Okay, nothing is there. Good. So let me proceed further then. I come here. Now let me open this window. Now these three things are required. When you purchase your phone, you get something that is the core of your phone. Either you purchase a keyboard one phone, either you purchase smartphone, foldable phone, iPhone, any phone you purchase, any kind of phone you purchase, I will say. They have some core activities there. Number one, make a call. Number two, SMS. These two will be there. So in the same manner, ServiceNow say that I know my customer need to be create a lot of things every time. They have to be do for the approval, they have to be go for the notification, they have to go for the XYZ. So let me give that in the core part. These 8 or 9 are my core activities of a workflow. One of the questions from the interview perspective can be asked. What are the core activities has been given by ServiceNow? What these core activities? Number one is called the approval. Why we're calling this core? Because in this, the backend code is already written. You have to put just your terms and condition. You have to just put a group or user and your work has been done. So you can ask for the group approval. You can ask for the user approval. You can ask for the approval action. Not sure what does this approval action do? Try to execute that, guys. Approval coordinator. Read this information and go ahead. Generate approval on the runtime. Manual approval you want to add or you want to roll back. Let's say in my case, I want to go for the approval group. Drag and drop somewhere. Let's go one by one in this case. This is now fine that, okay, what is the approval? I say, if anybody is raising a request on the Techno functional catalog item, it should go for the finance department for approval. Finance approval. Stage, we leave it as a blank because we mentioned the workflow. It should be workflow driven. Now come here. When to run? Important point. If you did not put anything, it will run always. I give one classic example on this part. Now let's take example like what I can say. Okay, Peer and his wife. Okay, they go to market. If Veer's wife want to purchase any new outfit, can be sari or can be something, which costs approximately 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees, she can go ahead without asking Veer. I'm not sure that. Okay, so that is the thing. But if she want to purchase a household or maybe sari again, but that costs approximately 8,000 rupees, then she take a approval. Or I say that let's have a condition that if price going more than 1,000 rupees, only then approval is required. Like we told to our kids when they going in the elder stage, we told them, okay, go to market and purchase bread, butter, and this thing. If the total bill is 100 rupees, don't pay, come back. If total bill is less than 100 rupees, you can pay. Okay, so you can put a condition. What condition? It's up to you. Like if I say price is greater than 100 USD, only then it go for the approval. Otherwise, it should not ask for the approval. Clear everyone till this point? Any doubt, any question?
Clear.
Everyone, good. Now, if this is the condition I'm putting, then who will be approving it? Here you can go and mark for the approval. So I'll put batch 7 as an approver here. Let me see why batch 7 is not appearing. They don't have a rights kya. This okay, batch 7 underscore admin. I want this group should be. What happened? Why this value is not come here? Nice. Okay, let me give you this homework. Why this batch 7 is not appearing in our list now or not coming as a value here? Did not take a note of this part. Okay. Nothing to be worried. I'm giving the clue as well. Go to the group table and do your R&D. Simple. So now let me take some other batch. Or let me take some other group. I say, okay, it should be approved by the ITIL group. Okay, done. Do you want to schedule the approval? Advanced means if you want to write any kind of a code here, scripting you want to do. Generally in this, we don't do anything. Okay. I guess it's appearing. See, it's showing as a comma here. It means our batch is also appearing, but it's not displaying here. Some other reason will be there. So I'm not going for the advance here. Do you want to schedule this approval? Maybe after 5 days, after 7 days, after 10 days, after 2 hours, after 3 hours. If you want, you can do it. These options are totally for you guys. I'm not going to be teach these things in detail. If I teach everything, you will not do any kind of R&D. Create one workflow with the multiple options here. Now, this is important. I come here for this question. Suppose Sneha want to buy okay. She's young now. She wants a scooty for household work, for the personal traveling to college or office and all the things. That's nice. Sneha know that if she will put the proposal, his parents will not agree. So what she did, she asked her brother, can you ask dad to give me a scooty? Okay. And mom as well. Okay, fine. Brothers are always be there for this work. Fine, that's fine. Friday evening, everybody in Sneha family on the dinner set. Other brother, younger sister, and Sneha. Sneha brother put a proposal. Let's have a scooty. Okay. Say yes. Father say. Father ask multiple question, why, who, we, all these things, and finally say no. Father say yes. Now, in this case, what is the conclusion you can draw? If I say brother say let's have a scooty, it means you already in the yes. So what is the conclusion you can draw here? Sneha, let me start from you only. Are you getting a scooty or not in this case? If this is the output here.
No,
Why no?
because father is not agreed yet.
Then? But all three are the yes votes for you, right?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, everything should be yes, right?
Okay. Deepika, what do you think? Deepika, tell me, what do you think?
Father is not ready.
Father is not ready.
Yeah.
Okay. The same thing come into our IT as well. See, now we as a human being need to be intervene here. That what to do. Either go against father, buy a scooty, but that's not possible because he's our sponsor. That's fine. Mother is fine, brother is fine, young sister is fine. So this case happen in the industry, in the practical as well. Then system say, boss, tell me what I need to do. So now I'll go to this last option. Wait for. What wait for? It says an approval from each group. It means what I'm saying here. Let's say in father, I have my grandfather as well. So it is a group now, two people group. Mother, I have a grandmother as well. Brother, I have a cousin, and sister, I have a cousin. We're living in a joint family. Okay. Now, suppose these are the four groups: father group, mother group, brother group, sister group. Okay. So what it's saying in the service now, an approval from each group. The first option says that do you need at least one approval from each group to proceed further? Father is not agree, but grandfather is agree. Let's proceed. Grandmother is not agree, but mother is agree. Let's proceed. Cousin is not agree, brother is agree. Let's proceed. So that is the first option. Second option, an approval from any group. It means out of these four, if anyone approve, if suppose grandfather say yes, let's have a scooty. Done and dusted, decision has been taken. Let's proceed. I am not going to be consider anyone else approval or rejection. That is the second option. And approval from everyone in all the group, which says that I need these two approval, these two approval, these two approval, and these two approval. Because what we are saying here, an approval from everyone in all the groups, then the first response from each group, anyone can approve or reject, will be considered. If grandfather say no, let's say no for this particular group. Mother say yes, let's say yes for this particular group. And at last, first response from any group. If any one of these 8 people and one person say yes or no, will be considering the decision and proceeding further. So by this way, ServiceNow say, okay, I'm going to be understand your condition, that what I need to be do. But what should I do? Shall I reject the approval or shall I wait for the other responses? If I say this thing, each group, or let me say, if I say any group, clear, there is nothing further do. The first response will be taken, either it's yes or no, I don't care. I say no, first response from each group. Then what to do? Reject or wait for other decision? When I say wait for other decision, it means I need a human intervention here later on. Because see, sir, this is a tool. This is a machine which don't have their own mind. If Sneha says, or maybe someone says, let's have a bomb in our house, everybody saying no, or everybody saying yes, but I say wait for other decision, then tool cannot understand that having a bomb is a good thing or the bad thing. We as a human being need to be do. So we not follow these things very, very practically. We say, if one say reject, it's reject. Simple si baat hai. So what I'm saying that, okay, an approval from each group. That if one person means at least one approval I need from the each group, which I mentioned on the top. Now let me submit this. Before that, anyone has any doubt, any question, any clarification required here? You can ask me now.
Atu, is it like if there are 7 people in a group and that group needs to approve, but when one person approves, it says the approval for the rest are no longer required?
Yes, correct.
So if one person approves,
yeah. So in this case, if grandfather approved, it's considered as approved. If grandfather reject, it's considered as reject. Okay.
So it's not all or nothing. One person's decision is fine.
Correct. Okay, fine. So now I'll go here and click on the submit. My approval work has been done. Now the point is that let me click on this thing, validate. If you see, I have 2 warnings, 1 and 2. This one. Read about this warning for a minute. This is the line you have to be read. And tell me why it is giving a warning.
I think it's because it's not attached to the main flow where you have the beginning and the end.
Correct.
It's not positioned to where it's supposed to be.
It's free flow.
So it is a standalone as of now. So now what I will do, I'll go and delete this and move this little bit here and bring this in the middle. And do this thing. If I say it's approved, then something should be happen. If I say it's reject, our item should be rejected. Now, if I say if it is approved, then a task should be created. Now let's go here and come to the task. What is the difference between these two tasks? Catalog task and the create task. Tell me, guys. These two. What is the difference between these two?
Tricky.
Not tricky.
Yeah,
Fundamentals.
it is. Well, catalog
It's
task
all
is the task that
Mhm.
creates from the reading.
Okay.
Now,
And what about the task?
create task could be create a new, maybe a different task entirely. Maybe for I can't. Yeah.
Go to fundamentals. I'm telling you, go to fundamentals. You will be diverting from fundamentals.
Yeah, I think the create task will use the task table.
Sorry. Repeat.
Yeah, I'm thinking because they're going to use two different tables. The catalog task will use the SC underscore task. Then the create task will use the task table because they're two different tables now. But why I actually I'm lost here.
Fine. Go ahead. Why you stop yourself?
Yeah, so no, that what I'm thinking is when you said the basics. So task is a table that extends other tables like
Mhm.
instance, change and all that. So, but the catalog task is attached to the reading, to the request, which get extended from the task table. So I believe it depends on the logic, what you're trying to do now.
Correct.
So that will determine which task you want to attach to the approval.
Correct. So the thing is that when we say the catalog task, it is using the SC underscore task table. And when I'm saying that task, it using the task table only.
Okay.
In this case, it will go for the RATM. In this case, it don't have any parent on the top. In your practice, try to create these two different flows. So now I'll go and create a task here. Catalog task. Okay. Now what is the task name? I say get student information. Now this is again stage, we can leave it as it is. Now come to this part. What type of priority you need for this task? I want this should be the P1 or P2. Okay, fine, that's fine.
We're gonna need an SLA then.
Sorry?
Are we gonna need SLA in that case?
SLA is the second part. No, SLA will not come here. SLA you have to be created on the SLA table only.
Okay.
But yes, this parameter will help you to define the SLAs. Okay. Now, task value from field, because as of now we are not putting any kind of a variable or something which I want to be show or use here. So I'm putting as a field only. To whom you want to assign it? I want to assign this to the incident team. Let's take example for the incident team. Why it's not appearing?
But Atu, in a real live environment, wouldn't there be like an assignment rule?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so you won't be assigning it directly from here.
Only to group. So like take example of a big company where I have a dispatch department, I have a finance department, I have a delivery department. So you will not assign the dispatch work to the delivery, right? You will assign the dispatch work to the dispatch department only. Correct? So
Yes.
in this case, we will ask the customer that tell me which group you want to assign. And he will tell you that which group I want to be assigned. So let me say I want to assign to the batch 7 admin. It's not appearing. Something wrong, I guess. Maybe the name is not appearing properly or something. Let me say database team or the change team. No, it's not taking.
Okay, so the assignment group will be add coded into the
Correct.
workflow. Okay.
Correct. Let me put service if possible. Not sure why it's not be taking. If I click on this, see, I'm getting this option. Let's see. Maybe it's something due to the UI policies there or something is. Short description. Get student info. And instructions. Get name, age, mobile number, email ID. Do you want to schedule? You can schedule. You want to script? You can script. What variable you want to show? Because we don't have any variable till now. So let's not discuss this part. We'll come back in some time on this workflow again. Now let me click on the submit here. And I'll take it to this part. If approved, created task. One task is done. And my process. Clear everyone till this point? Any doubt? Any question? Abhi, Bikola, Ditona, Sneha, Kane, Deepika, Bhumi, Sarah, Laura.
So if no SLA is attached, looking at the condition, it automatically does it in the immediate time, Atul?
Correct. Okay. So now let's go to our item and add it here. What is the workflow name we have? Techno functional. Done. Save. But this workflow will not work. The reason is that, sorry?
No.
The reason is that because it is a checked out. We had to be publish it.
Publish it.
Correct. Okay, one more thing. Maybe you have a question. Atul, can we download this in kind of a Excel or XML? No. You cannot download this diagram. There's no option available. I'm telling you very clearly here. A lot of time as a consultant, you have this problem. Hey, I have a big workflow. Can I download it? No, you cannot download. You just take a screenshots, nothing else. So now let me go and publish it. And now you can see it has been published. Let's go back here. Go to Catalogue. Browse categories. Training. ServiceNow. Functional. And let's have an attachment. And request. Request. 13 number. Let's go and open the 13 number. Open it. It's showing approved on the REQ level. So don't be confused. On the REQ, it's showing approved. Go to the RATM. Open it. Request approved. Why it's showing request approved? Any idea? But we have a condition here. What we have a condition? This one, right? $100 से ज़्यादा होगा. But we did not say equal to or 100. We say greater than 100. So it
Okay,
is
so
bypassing that. Correct. Now, if we want to see at this point of time that how my workflow look like, click on the show workflow. And you can see here, the blue one is saying it's done and dusted. You're on the green part now. It means this task is generated. Let's go and see. Task has been generated. Get student info. Why it's showing assignment group blank? I'm not sure.
Yeah, because you didn't put the assignment. He didn't let you put it.
No, yeah, but see, if I maybe that is the reason, or again due to this either my instance is a problem or either problem in with this new UI as well. If click on this, you will find it's to short description. Description is coming properly, and now you can take a decision and mark it as a close if work has been done. Clear? It's showing open because we are creating our own workflow. There's a one or two more workflow are there in the background which take care of the stages as well.
So with that one to say,
sorry.
if it closes the essay task, it should close the reading.
Correct. It should close actually.
Okay.
Because we just pick up a sample only.
Sorry, what happens to the original request then? If it closes the reading, then
it's showing as approved. This also should show request close complete.
Okay, so it closes it automatically.
Correct. But as I'm telling you that because we are just making a standalone kind of workflow, so few things are not working. But if you want to now, okay, now what is the next action for you guys? Where's the workflow editor? Let me close this. Open this. Go here and search for the request. Read about this two. Then what they are doing. These two workflow, you have to read it actually, that what it's doing actually. See, this is on the request workflow. This run on the request table.
Okay.
This run on the RITM table. See, a lot of things are there. Clear till this point, everyone? Any doubt, any question, any clarification required? Anyone? Yes, tell me guys, any doubt, any question, anything you require from my side here? No question. Everybody's clear.
It seems like it's all magical.
It's definitely it's magical only. It is magical only.
It's scary too. Look at that.
I show you one workflow for the change management.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Now see. This is the workflow. Even it's not coming in a single screen. See. This is the workflow. What we did just a small practice. Now let's come back to our item here again. Okay. I'll show you that how to add the variables on this. Go here, click and go to the maintain item. So yesterday I told that Sneha, Deepika and Nupur is going to be open a restaurant and they already have a restaurant on the place. They want to open a second restaurant. That's fine, they can open. Okay. In any of the restaurant, they open or they are going to be open or they already work. Few things are common. Let's say example that if you go to any of the shop who is giving you the bill, what is common in every bill? Either you take it a bill from electricity electricity department, either you could take a bill from the big mall, either you could take a big bill from the grocery shop, car mechanic, anyone if you take a bill, what is the common in that bill? In all bills, what is the common?
You have to pay payment.
That's the one thing. But what about the bill format? If I say, what is common in all this, in any of the bill?
Yeah.
What is the common in all bill format? Number one, every bill format have a date. Every bill format has a bill number. Every bill format has a name of the customer. Every bill format has
address.
Address also one of the thing, but still I can say, okay, address is one, and at last every bill format has at the last signature, right? Now, if you want to print a bill copy, definitely you're going to be use this for the same. Either you are opening the first restaurant, second restaurant, third restaurant, any other restaurant you're going to be open, but the bill format will be almost same. Maybe if you are be working or you are be having a 5-star, 7-star, where you're making a bill in the two sections, food and the drinks, then the columns will be a little different. So these things, why I put this example? Because there's a concept called in our catalog is called the variable and variable set. Okay, variable and a variable set is the concept come here. Okay, what variable says? Number one, as a name indicate, variable means it's not storing in the any of the table, at least not on that particular table. So if you say, if I create a variable here, it's going to be stored in this. No, it is not on this particular table. No. It take a value just for the some processing purpose. So let me go here and click on the new. And I put the what you want, single line text, date, column, label, what you want. I want a single line text. Let me take. I can put like this. What is the question you want to display? Enter your name. Okay, find out the difference. What is the difference between question and the name here? Example test. Okay. Annotation. Do you want to show any kind of a help text? It's all cosmetic. You can do R&D very easily. Nothing to be discussed much on that part. Specific types, it's showing the width size specifically, that how you want to show in 2x2 column, 1 column, what you want to show, you can do that part. Any default value you want to populate. AG. Permission. Who can make a change on this variable? Only admin or anyone. And availability. Can I use this variable in any other catalog item? Yes. Or bundles or summaries, I can say yes. Let me submit this. Quickly, I'm doing, because what I want to tell you, I'm coming to that point. Let's go here, and there's a new catalog request. Techno functional. You can see here. It's showing AG. Enter your name. AG. You can put a reference as well. If you saw here, right? When I was creating this one, I can change the reference as well. I can make it as a checkbox. I can make it as a calendar. I can make it, if you want to enter a user date of birth, then definitely you will not put a text box, you will put a date time, right? I can say 10 time. I can put it. Let me update. And let me reload this. Enter your name. It's showing the date format to me. Right? So this is the concept of variable. Why I'm a little bit in hurry in this case, because this is not the main point. Note down these things as well. At least everyone should create 1 or 2 catalog item with the pure and everything should be there. Your variable set, your variable, your workflow should be there. And try to use the other workflow activities. Try to use these things. Approval coordinator. Try to use change policy will not work here, so don't go. Try to go for the notification. If you want to send any email.
So
if
SMS, email, whatever we configure, we get it immediately, right?
Yes, definitely you'll get it immediately. Try to put the timers. Timers basically use if you want to hold it for some time so that the transaction should be processed. Utilities you can see. If else condition, branching, joining you want to do. If you want to run any script, because this is a little bit on the scripting part, so maybe I'm not sure that how many of you can go, but you can try this, how this join and this thing works. And the best option I'm telling you, go through the out of the box this thing, workflows on the request item. If you get time, try to go on the change, try to go on the knowledge base, try to go on the incident. Let's see if I have something on the incident or not. No, there's nothing called. Nothing is there, right? So try to read this. Only then you will be able to understand this part. Now, this is the variable which we just created. Now, what is the variable set? As I told that if tomorrow Sneha, Deepika, and Nupur want to open a second restaurant, they will use the same format of the bill they're using in the first restaurant. And that is called the variable set. It means which is already built up and you are just using in your catalog item. Again, if you change in the variable set, it is a global change. So now you as a user need to be see. Like let's take example that my customer asked Atul create 10 catalog items for me. I said okay, and he is dealing in the library project, or he's asked me to create a library catalog item for the 10 things. Now in all library catalog item, 2 columns or 3 columns are fixed. Issue date, return date. Correct? If you are be working in a library, then these 2 columns will be applicable either for you are getting a book, CD, journal, research paper, anything you will be getting it from library. So why should I create these 2 as a separate variable? Let me create a variable set for the same. So variable set is a collection of variables in a one place called the variable set. Now click on this. You can create your own variable set. You can use the existing variable set as well. Let me say I want to use all this and save. Something is written in this. Let me remove this mandatory attachment option and click on the submit. Go and reload your page. And now the magic is here. Number 1 variable set, number 2 variable set, number 3 variable set. You did not create, you just using it. So now if you
becomes a variable.
Yes, these are coming from the variable set. Let me show you that how this variable set has been defined. Go here and search for the variable set. We are using this one, right? Let me open it. Or let's create our new variable set.
Atu, is this variable set? Is this variable different from the variable? I know this is a catalog item.
See, variable set is a container.
Yeah, for
variable
different...
is a separate item, I can say.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you can create a variable, okay, without using it for a service catalog item, right?
Yes, you can create.
Yeah, I think I'm confusing the catalog item variable to a regular variable.
No. See, don't be confused here. Don't be confused, Bigula, here. Variable is nothing. It is a kind of a component which we use to take a value. Okay. Variable set is the container which has a multiple variables in it. If you create a variable, you can use it anywhere. If you create a variable set,
catalog item.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Correct.
Thank you. You answered my question.
So now let me create a new variable set. Techno. Internal name I put Techno only, order 100. It's saying what layout you want. I want alternate side. Let me click on the submit. Okay, come here. Now this is a variable set. Under that I'm going to put my variable. Let me add a new variable. It's loading, sorry.
Atu, are there other times we use variables outside of the catalog, service catalog?
You can use, yes, you can use, because we are using on the change and somewhere on the risk assessment as well.
Okay.
So let's say I'm creating a variable called the name. And this is a part of my variable set. Okay. Now let me create a new variable. Date of birth. I want that is a date and time. DOB, submit. Now I go to my maintain item. And go to my Techno functional. This thing. And let me go and remove my existing variable sets. Because I want to be used my only. Don't want to be used any others one. So you can see mine is appearing. Let me remove all this. And add my only. And go and read. So now you can see here. Date of birth like this, it will be appearing. Because this is coming from variable and this is coming from the variable set. Now, if Sneha want to use it, let me see. If Sneha want to use it in her catalog item, she can use it easily.
Oh, because it's global.
Variable set is a global only.
Okay.
Now I'll go and add this on the Sneha's variable set in the catalog item as well. Don't feel sleepy. And now if I go here, catalog.
Wow, Sneha has been busy.
It's a library. Reference and click on the encyclopedia. See, you're getting click here, add date of birth and name. Done and dusted. And now if you want to use this variable on the workflow, go here, check out this workflow. Because until you will not check out, you cannot make any changes. Double click on the task. Scroll down. And here you can see. Do you want to show this variable? Yes, I want to show on the task table. Update. Done and dusted. Now, if you submit it, go to the task, you will be able to find that as well in your page. Clear everyone till this point. Kane, Nicola, Laura, Sarah, Bhumi, Sneha, Veer. Good. Yes, good. And Kane, you're asking something. Yes, you're breaking actually.
Oh, no, I was just saying it's okay. We'll get it.
Okay, good. Now, just the one thing which has been left. Try to read about this one and this option. And try to do something on this R&D. They don't take a note of these things. 1, 2, and 3. So during the weekend, that is why I was be little in the pace to complete before the weekend so that you can do a practice on the weekend. Create a good, fantastic item, create a workflow, and try this R&Ds on the top of that. You will learn something new here. I'm damn sure. It's a default. It should be somewhere here only. Put some pricing here, Sneha. Do some portal changing. Put your descriptions here, short descriptions here. Then try to put some meta tags. It's all journal. Nothing is there. I can tell here because meta tag is used to be for the searching purpose. Try to use these options. Try to add, edit, and try to add. Then see that what changes are be doing by this way. Clear everyone? Any doubt, any question, guys?
Clear.
Great. So now, I'm sure that you will be getting a complete understanding that how a ServiceNow portal, request item, and workflow is working. And if you want to use, I'm telling you one more thing. Sorry, I missed out, I guess. Here. Go to the PEX. PEX basically used for the automation perspective. And data for your workflow input and output. So mainly for our work is this thing only. Only this thing. Try multiple options, guys. Multiple options. And everything you can do it. I'm 100% sure. Try to put subflow on. This is a flow. Add my workflow here. It becomes a subflow. You want to put some kind of a scriptable thing, you can do by the scripting part. Okay. So any last question, any last doubt, clarification required? Okay. So let me stop the recording here, guys, and we'll go for the attendance now.